Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's additional maths class, we will focus on the function. For the function, you have many things you need to memorize. Example, you need to know what is the object, what is the image, what is the domain, what is the codomain, the range. And we have different type of relation. Remember, one to one, one to many, many to one, many to many. So we have also absolute function. We have to understand what is the meaning of finding function from the composite function. This is very challenging. Okay, so for today's class, I will revise back all the function important skills. So I really hope that you will go through all the questions with me so that you will improve your function and make sure your function can functioning well before your exam coming soon. Alright, so let's get started with the class right now. Have fun! Alright, today I'm going to discuss the 2020 additional maths practice. Okay, so this is the module that I think is quite useful for all of you to go through so that it can help you to recall all the important skills of the function. So let's have a look of the question. Let's see this question. The relation of set P is set consists of 3, 6, 9 and set Q consists of 3, 4 and 5 is defined by order pairs 3, 3, 3, 4, 6, 3 and 9, 4. Okay, are order pairs given. So now you're asking to state the images of 3 and the objects of 4. So let's see how to do this. So the first question is about the object and the image. So first of all, you have two sets. So you label set P and set Q like this. So 3 is an object and then map to image 3. And then you have 3 also mapped to image 4. So for 3, object 3, it has 2 images. And for object 6, the image is 3 with the blue line. And then for the object 9, the image is 4. I'm showing using the blue line for object 9 with the image 4. Alright, so before you can state the images of 3, you need to list out the arrow diagram. So you can see that 3 and 4 are the images of 3. So normally this question are considered easy. Alright, so we try not to make mistake. So the object of 4. So the objects of 4, it means you have 2 objects. The objects itself telling you is a plural, so you should have 2. One is 3, the other one is 9, right? Can you see that? So I'm showing you the object and the image. So hopefully you are clear about the object of the function. So there are 2 objects for 4, right? So the objects are 3 and 9. Okay, 3 and 9 are the objects of the image 4. So that's how you work out the answer. Alright, for the first question is about images and objects for the function. Alright, to make sure you really understand, I reteach again. So we draw the arrow diagram properly. So now we label the set P and the set Q. So inside the set P you have object 3, 6 and 9. And then inside the set Q you have 3, 4, 5. So for set P is known as domain and set Q is known as codomain. Okay, now I'm showing you the arrow diagram. Make sure you label the arrow. Arrow diagram must have arrow. So then you map the 3 to the image 3, 4. 6 map to 3, map, and 9 map to 4. Map, M-A-P-P-E-D, means connect using arrow. So we have 9 map to 4. So the images of 3, okay, are 3 and 4. Okay, no braces because they are objects and image. Object of 4 objects, okay, objects of 4, you have 3 and 9. Clear? Okay, so you should have 2 answers. So do it carefully so that you won't miss out any of the marks. Alright. Next question, given that the fx is equal to 12x plus 7 and gx is 3x plus 2. So you're asking to find composite function fg inverse x. So the step 1 is you must find the inverse function. So in order to find the inverse function, you have to follow the step. Step 1, let gx equal to y. Next, you will try to find your x in terms of y because x is your inverse function. Now I'm going to explain to you what it means by inverse function because many of you, actually you are not aware what are you doing, why you need to find x. So why x is inverse function? Let me explain to you. Let's say this is g. Gx, g will bring object x to y. So x is the object, y is the image. So what is inverse function? Inverse function is a function in red color. Inverse function is a function that will bring back the image to object. See or not? So if you find the function that will bring image to object, that is the x, and let x is the inverse function. So the moment you find the x means that you are finding inverse function. So finally, the question asking for inverse function with the x. So you have to substitute the x. Alright, so finally your answer must be everything in terms of x. That is so-called inverse function. Make sure you understand why you need to find x. Okay, so you don't just memorize, okay, find inverse, let gx equal to y, find x. Then you must understand what are you doing, alright? Okay, so after you find the inverse function, that inverse function will be the objects for the composite function. So you know that when you do function, you always got 2 things. One is function, another one is the object. Alright, always remind yourself. So for this composite function, the function is the f and the object is g inverse x. Alright? Okay, so now you copy down the function f, x equal to 12x plus 7. So if you change the values of x, the function will follow. Example, you put f2, so it will be 12, 2 plus 7. If you put g inverse x for that function f, so the 12, okay, you have to times with the object which is inverse of the g. Inverse of the g is x minus 2 over 3. So now you need to substitute the inverse of g into the right hand side. Okay, the left hand side you substitute the symbol of g inverse x. Right hand side you put in x minus 2 over 3 so that you can simplify the function. Alright, so now f with the object g inverse x is equal to 12 times x minus 2 over 3 plus 7. Now you can simplify the 12 and 3, right? So finally, you must understand the object is g inverse x. And for the right hand side, you must substitute the function which is object for the g inverse x is x minus 2 over 3. and then you simplify the 3 and 12 become 4, and you expand will be 4x minus 8 plus 7, right? So after you simplify, your answer for the composite function f with the object g inverse x is 4x minus 1. Okay, clear? This is so-called composite function. Understand? Now I will discuss another one, fx equal to mx plus 1, right? This is the function given. M is a constant. Constant is just like a number. So if f inverse k minus 1 is an object equal to 8, express m in terms of k. So firstly, we need to find the inverse. As I say, you can try to work out the x. If you find the x, meaning you find the inverse of the x, okay? So you just shift the 1 become minus 1 divided by m. So I'm finding the inverse function for the f. So then I will substitute the x with the object k minus 1. Okay, let's substitute k minus 1 into the inverse function. So our inverse function is x minus 1 over m. So I will substitute k minus 1 into the place of the x because that is the object, right? So we will follow f inverse k minus 1. Okay, I leave it for you to fill in. So inside the x, okay, you will substitute with the object k minus 1. Alright, so I will put in the k minus 1, and then to the right hand side also I will substitute the object k minus 1. So you just simplify, become k minus 2 over m, and the question say the inverse with the object k minus 1 is 8, right? So you will just equate with the 8, alright? Okay, can you see that? So you just cross multiply, and the question say express m in terms of k again. So we need to make sure m in terms of k. Okay, let's go through the question. Express m in terms of k. So that means you have to make sure your m is 1m to the left hand side, and then right hand side must have k and the number. So this is the answer, so called as m in terms of k. So this question settled. Now we will go for another question. Let's see this question. You are given the mx equal to 5x minus 3 and x equal to 6 over x, and the following information refer to the function m and n. Okay, and the composite function m inverse n. Okay, so you are given the function mx, nx, and also you are given the function inverse function of m. So for the inverse function, you are having the object nk. So we substitute k into the function n. So if nk, you will have 6 over k, right? Alright, so we leave it first. Now we need to find the inverse function of the m. So again, let y equal to mx, and then find your x. So y equal to 5x minus 3. So x is y plus 3 over 5. So the inverse of m is x plus 3 over 5. Make sure you convert back to x first. Then only you substitute the object nk. The nk is the object, and the nk is actually 6 over k, right? So make sure you understand. The nk is the object. So I'm going to substitute nk to the left. So for left hand side, you will substitute the function nk, and for right hand side, you will substitute 6 over k. That means left go to left, right go to the right. Okay, so then you simplify the m inverse nk. So now we will substitute the object m inverse, the object is nk, is equal to, okay, 6 over k plus 3 divided by 5. right? Now the m inverse nk, the value was given in the question is equal to 3, right? Can you see that? So this value is 3, and 6 over k plus 3 over 1 over 5, and then you need to simplify to the simplest form. So we make the denominator the same. So we cross multiply. 3 times 5 is 15, and 6 over k plus 3 over k, denominator the same, so it becomes 6 plus 3k over k. So then we cross multiply again, so we have 15k equal to 6 plus 3k, and then 15k minus 3k is equal to 6, so 12k is equal to 6, so k is equal to 1 over 2. Alright, so maybe you are a bit confused with how to cross multiply the fraction, right? So I show you again. Normally for cross multiply, you must have 4 things like this. We call it A, B, C, D. So the cross multiplication is A times D equal to B times C. Alright, this is a basic form, lower form. Alright, so we have settled the composite function. Now we want to discuss another question. Now this is a bit hot because it comes with the story. Wages for a promoter is Rm36 per day. That means one day the promoter will earn 36 ringgit and 7 ringgit per hour for overtime. So if the promoter, if let's say you are a promoter, you work for one day, you get 36 ringgit. And if you work overtime, the overtime is 1 hour, 7 ringgit. Alright? So if let's say the question asks you write the daily wages for a promoter using the set notation. So okay, the set notation is actually connection between the time and wages. So the time is 1 hour, 7 ringgit. 2 hours will be 14 ringgit. That is for overtime. For 3 hours you work, you get 21. So if for T, you will get 70, right? Because question asks you to express in terms of the T for the wages. But let's say the wages for promoter is not just 70, because 70 is the overtime. So the basic pay that he or she earn is 36 ringgit per day plus the overtime. So that is so-called function notation of the W T equal to 36 plus 70. But the question asking for F, so can you please convert to FT? FT equal to 36 plus 70. Follow the question because the question want the function T. Alright, so if they want the F and T, that is how you write the function notation. It's just actually a formula to calculate the wages for the promoter. So now if let's say the promoter earns 64 ringgit, so how many hours for the overtime? You can work out and substitute and find the T. So the T that you find out is 4 hours. That means the promoter work for 4 hours overtime for the days. Okay, understand? Now let's see there's another hot question on function. Carol decided to go on a special high protein diet program to gain weight rapidly so that he will be qualified for a bodybuilding competition. His initial weight is 40 kg and he gains weight at a constant rate. Constant rate is very important. Rate means time. After 5 months, his weight is 70 kg. Okay, so let's study the question first. Okay, W is weight of Carol in kilograms and T is the time in months. Okay, so WT is equal to 40 beginning, alright, because this is the initial weight. Okay, so it's 40. So when meaning that when the time is 0, the weight is 40. That is called initial weight. Okay, so now the question say, write the weight W in function notation. Okay, now we are going to express the weight in terms of the function. Now let's say his initial weight is 40. So constant rate means that you have to time with the constant times the time. Alright, so Carol wished to join the 100 kg category. He started at his weight and has only 9 months to prepare for the competition. Does Carol qualify for the competition? Justify your answer. Give the reason. This is a very popular question for the next year exam. Hot question. Qualify or not? You have to show your working, and then you have to show the step, and then you have to explain your answer. So the function notation is W bracket T equal to 40 plus KT. K is a constant. So you are given after 5 months, the weight is 70. So in this case, you can solve the constant, right? So now we try to solve the constant by substitute 70 as a weight. Okay, 70 equal to 40 plus 5K. And then 70 minus 40 is 30 equal to 5K. Then the K, you can obtain the K is 30 divided by 5. So K is 6. So then you can write the function notation with the constant Wt equal to 40 plus 60. That is called function notation. Now we're going to solve the next question, whereby we want to know whether he qualified for the competition or not. He start the initial weight and has only 9 months to prepare for the competition. So now we need to work out the working, and then we have to give the reason whether Cairo qualified to join the competition or not. Okay, let's see how to do for the hot question. This is so-called hot question because you have to give the explanation after you show the steps. Alright, so let's do it now. So this is the function notation. So Wt is 40 plus 6 times 9 because of the 9 months, right? Okay, so then we try to work out. Cairo's target is to join the 100 kg. So his target is 100 kg. But after 9 months, if you substitute into the function, the weight for the Cairo is just 94 kg, right? It's just 94 kilogram. So that means Cairo did not qualify for the competition, right? Okay, this is because he only achieved 94 kg, which is less than the target 100 kg, all right, within 9 months. So you have to write a sentence to justify your answer. Okay, remember, when it comes to HOTS, you must know how to give your opinion, give your idea, all right? And you must know how to justify your answer after you show all the workings in mathematics. So guys, that's all my sharing for today. I really hope that my sharing do help you in preparing for next year exam. Till then, I shall see you in my next video teaching. So bye bye and have a nice day.